there, and welcome to Apple World. We are plunging into a contention that is shaking the center of Hollywood. The spotlight is on Ellen, DeGeneres, an easily recognized name, and a force to be reckoned with of TV, now in the eye of a tempest. Stunning new film has surfaced, starting a fierce blaze of conversations, and leaving her fans and naysayers the same, in a condition of skepticism. Also, Ellen associations with Diddy's infamous gatherings have tossed her into much more violent waters. These disclosures make one wonder, might Ellen at any point endure this surge of contention? Today, we are stripping back the many layers of popularity, influence, and the public personas that VIPs keep up with. It's something beyond tattle. It's a mind-boggling organization of connections and notorieties in question. So are you prepared to dig into the profundities of this unfurling show with us? Stay tuned as we unload the subtleties and uncover the truth behind the titles. The release that shook a Hollywood ongoing film has arisen, introducing Ellen DeGeneres in a manner that has left large numbers of her fans perplexed and stunned. As this recording courses generally across the web, each clasp accomplishes something other than frighten. It offers an uncommon, unfiltered top into the complex and frequently concealed within a star. Many ideas were realized. Well, these recordings catch Ellen in minutes that unmistakably stand out from the happy-made persona she depicts on her daytime show. What precisely do these recordings uncover? They show a progression of sincere minutes where Ellen shows up immeasurably, not quite the same as the playful host celebrated by millions. We witness cooperations and demeanors that appear to strip back the layers of her public picture, uncovering a side that is in conflict with the natural, consoling television character. The story we have long acknowledged is igniting extraordinary discussions among watchers and fans all over the planet. The disclosures in these clasps are inciting an expansive re-examination of the persona Ellen has developed over the years, and fans and pundits alike are currently wrestling with these astonishing looks at her life away from the cameras, attempting to accommodate them with the Ellen they assumed they knew. As these conversations unfold on the web and in the media, they are zeroing in on Ellen as a person, as well as likewise provoking more extensive reflections on the idea of superstar personas and the truth behind the painstakingly created veneers introduced to the public. Ellen and Diddy, Ellen DeGeneres' association with Diddy, a figure inseparable from sumptuous and on occasion dubious get-togethers, adds a convincing layer of interest to her public persona. How did Ellen, cherished as America's daytime dear, become laced with occasions that are murmured regarding with a blend of amazement and reputation? Insider records and breaks propose that at these select gatherings, Hollywood's tip-top shed their public exteriors, embracing a domain where the typical cultural standards and limitations apparently evaporate. Immediately and inexplicably, these affiliations illustrate a world rarely seen by the public. The scenes portrayed at these social events, where well-known faces and strong figures blend without hindrance, flash a whirlwind of inquiries regarding the elements of influence and honor in VIP circles. What happens when the cameras are off and the entryways are shut? How do these secret communications shape the professions and pictures of those elaborates? The ramifications of Ellen's attendance at such assemblies are huge, provoking us to contemplate the moral limits of these tip-top organizations. The disclosures power us to rethink the snares of VIP fellowships and the concealed impacts they use as fans and spectators. We are constrained to scrutinize the legitimacy of the personas that are quickly created and given to us. Ellen's associations with Diddy and his acclaimed parties welcome us to ponder the more extensive ramifications of these connections inside the sparkling embroidery of Hollywood. A local area separated the response from the Ellen DeGeneres fan base has been a hurricane of feelings, ranging from obvious mistrust to significant frustration. The news has touched off virtual entertainment, changing stages into fields of warmed discussion and thoughtfulness on Twitter for long-lasting watchers and rookies. The same offer clasps from the spilled film, analyzing every second and scrutinizing the validity of the public persona Ellen has painstakingly built over her long vocation. Fans are profoundly partitioned into a race to her guard, while others feel deceived. Their trust is dissolved by the differentiating pictures of Ellen on and off the screen. In the meantime, on TikTok, the talk takes on a more keen edge. The more youthful segment, known for its firm interest in credibility and straightforwardness, is less sympathetic to viral recordings. Scrutinize the particular minutes got on tape, as well as investigate Ellen's whole group of work and heritage. These TikTok frequently pull no ES, addressing whether her on-screen persona of consideration and humor at any point genuinely match the truth in the background. This age of viewers utilizes the stage's speedy, effective video configuration to start more extensive discussions about VIP culture and the assumption of moral obligation that accompanies public deference. This extreme and boundless response highlights the intricacy of public life in the computerized age, where famous people are investigated under an unforgiving focal point amplified by the influence of virtual entertainment. As discussions keep on unfolding, they shape the public impression of Ellen as well as mirror a social shift towards more noteworthy responsibility and validity in media outlets. Ellen's dim history reemerges. Ellen DeGeneres' notoriety has endured storms before, yet the difficulties she faces presently are bringing past discussions back into the spotlight. Claims concerning her therapy of staff and visitors on her show, which had recently stewed discreetly among industry insiders, have burst into the public space with re-established energy. These records portray the behind-the-scenes climate of the darling syndicated program, standing out forcefully from the cordial and inviting air it expects to extend. The revival of these disturbing stories builds up some decent momentum as previous workers take to stages, like YouTube, to transparently share their own encounters and bits of knowledge in nitty-gritty tributes. They portray a work environment that frequently felt controlled and contemptuous, comfortable with the upsides of graciousness and inspiration Ellen supported on screen. These disclosures have not just reignited banter about the legitimacy of her on-screen persona, but have additionally provoked a more extensive conversation about the way of life of VIPs and their responsibility in diversion. As these previous staff individuals stand up, their accounts are met with a rush of help and sympathy from viewers who feel baffled by the distinction between Ellen's public veneer and their supposed encounters. This groundwell of declaration via virtual entertainment stages has changed once confidential complaints into a huge public talk, testing the tradition of perhaps TV's most notorious figure. Ellen DeGeneres' impact in Hollywood stretches a long way past the bounds of her daytime syndicated program as a transcending figure in media outlets. Her compass penetrates different parts of media and VIP culture. Anyway, with incredible influence comes critical examination, particularly with regards to the new releases that have put her under a crueler spotlight than any time in recent memory. Ellen's collaborations and associations with other high-profile figures, for example Diddy, indicate a complicated trap of impact and influence elements that exist underneath the finished surface of VIP life. These connections recommend a scene where compelling characters rally, making networks that can shape public discernment and media accounts in significant ways. As general society and media take apart everything she might do, and association questions emerge about how Ellen has used her position. Has she been a big-hearted power, capitalizing on her leverage to cultivate good change and elevate others, or having the charm of influence, prompting compromises and choices that conflict with the qualities she freely embraces? The new holes have heightened these requests, creating a long-shaded area over her heritage and provoking the two fans and pundits to reconsider the effect of her off-camera activities. This assessment of Ellen's job inside the unpredictable hardware of Hollywood difficulties, her own heritage, as well as sparks a more extensive discussion about the moral obligations of famous people who employ impressive impact. As additional subtleties become visible, the account encompassing Ellen keeps on developing, mirroring the intricacies of influence and responsibility in the sparkling universe of diversion. As we dig further into the unfurling account of Ellen DeGeneres' life and profession, subscribe Apple World for more videos.